Attractive devil invited me to a masquerade ball. I was the first person to show up. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
All right, listen up, because I'm about to lay out the whole twisted tale of that freaky night in our town. Imagine this, a village forgotten by time, cloaked in shadows and quiet as a graveyard. But once every century it springs to life with a masquerade ball that defies all reason. But hold on to your hats, this ain't no ordinary bash. Nah, the devil herself is the master of ceremonies. And guess what? Only us teenagers between the ages of 10 and 14 scored an invite. We had these masks, all fancy and mysterious like something out of a twisted fairy tale. But here's the real kicker. We were clueless about the dark game we were about to get sucked into. See, this whole gig was a setup, a wicked plan to find these so-called sacred ones. I know, it's sounding like a crazy horror flick, right? But let me tell you, this was our reality, and we were thrust right into the middle of it. So picture this, the night creeping in like a sneaky thief. And there we were, a bunch of us kids, all dressed up in these wild costumes. We thought we were in for the time of our lives, dancing the night away. But little did we know, we were marching straight into the devil's playground. Yeah, you heard me right. The devil, a wicked female at that, was the one pulling all the strings, the mastermind behind this twisted carnival. When the music kicked off, man, we hit that dance floor like there was no tomorrow. And in a way, there kinda wasn't. See, the devil's got this way about her, this charm that makes you forget about everything else. I was out there swaying and grooving like there was no world beyond those walls. But deep down, this gnawing unease was gnashing at me, like I was caught in a trap, one that was slowly tightening around us. I looked around and I could see it in the eyes of the other kids too, this mix of excitement and anxiety. I caught Chris, my best bud, shooting me this nervous grin, and I knew he felt it too. "Hey Eddie, you getting these vibes?" he shouted over the music, barely audible in the cacophony. I nodded, but honestly, I didn't even have words to describe what I was feeling. We locked eyes for a moment, both of us wondering if we were just being paranoid. Then, the devil herself glided onto the dance floor, this wicked smile playing on her lips. She moved like a predator, stalking her prey. The way she looked at us, man, it made my skin crawl. But the crazy thing was,
All those thoughts, all those alarms going off in my head, they just faded away. It was like she had this power, this hold over us that we couldn't resist. And as the music pumped louder and faster, I realized we were all caught up in her game, her sinister dance of deception. And then, like a bolt of lightning, it hit me. We were the bait, the juicy worms on her wicked hook. The devil, she wanted to spot these so-called sacred ones right among us, whatever the heck that meant. Panic surged in my gut, my heart doing this crazy drum roll, and I scanned the scene. All the other teens were lost in the beat, blissfully ignorant of the messed up game being played here. But there was no way we were gonna let this devil have her way with us. Me and my crew, we circled up like a bunch of warriors plotting a crazy mission. We knew we had to break free from her hold. While she was doing her devilish dance, we hatched a plan, quick and dirty. When the moment was right, when she was all caught up in her own grand performance, we seized it. "All right, guys, this is it," I muttered, my voice barely louder than a whisper. "When she's lost in her own wicked world, we make our move." The nods around the circle were all I needed to know we were on the same page, all ready to escape this freaky masquerade hell. When the time came, it was like all of us were tuned into the same frequency. We dashed, our sneakers pounding against the floor, our hearts matching the wild rhythm of our escape. The devil's laughter and the hypnotic beat of the music seemed to echo in our ears, spurring us on. And then, finally, we burst out of that twisted dance hall and into the night. The moon above was this eerie spotlight, casting long shadows as we pedaled like our lives depended on it. Our bikes seemed to be on fire beneath us, fueled by a mix of adrenaline and fear. And the devil? She was probably expecting us to crumble, to run back to her little game. But no way were we going to give her that satisfaction. We were the daredevils, the escape artists, and we weren't about to let some devil lady mess with us. Our bikes roared beneath us, tires screeching against the pavement like a desperate cry. Pedaling for dear life was an understatement. Our lives were literally hanging by a thread. I swear I could feel the devil's eyes drilling into our backs, her malevolence practically burning holes into our skin. Every second counted, and we were counting them like crazy. The road stretched before us, a winding ribbon of darkness, the trees on either side casting eerie silhouettes in the moonlight. The wind whipped against our faces, like the world itself was urging us to run faster, pedal harder. I didn't dare look back. The thought of catching even a glimpse of her wicked grin was enough to send chills down my spine. Our hearts hammered against our ribs, a frantic rhythm that matched the rapid beat of our pedaling. I stole a glance at my buddies, their faces a mix of determination and fear. We were all in this together, bound by the pact we made when we decided to escape that twisted masquerade. And then, as if the universe itself was on our side, we burst out of that suffocating darkness and into the dim glow of the streetlights. We skidded to a stop, our breaths ragged, our hearts still racing. We had made it out. We were free. But there was this lingering unease, a sense that we hadn't seen the last of her. The devil might have lost this round, but she was patient and she was waiting. "Guys," I panted, my voice shaky but urgent. "We need to keep moving. She won't give up that easily." We exchanged glances, a silent agreement passing between us. The night was still alive with an unsettling energy, a reminder that the devil's presence was far from gone. As we hopped back on our bikes and pedaled away, the echoes of her laughter seemed to linger in the air, a chilling promise that she'd be waiting, eagerly, for us to return to her twisted game. And that's the messed up story of a night that'll haunt my dreams forever. We managed to dodge her twisted game, but the devil's not giving up that easily. It's like this constant sense of dread hanging over me, like she's watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. We're the lucky ones who made it out of that macabre masquerade, but it's not over. Not by a long shot. Every time the wind rustles the leaves or a shadow dances in the corner of my eye, I can't help but wonder if she's right there, lurking, planning her next move. As I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, I can't shake this urgency. We might have outsmarted her once, but who's to say what she's got up her sleeve next time? One thing's for sure, though. We'll be ready. We might be teenagers, but we're not backing down from this fight. The devil might have had her fun that night, but we're not about to become her playthings again. And as the moonlight casts eerie shadows through my window, I can't shake this feeling that our battle with the devil is far from over. The wind whispers secrets, and the night holds its breath, waiting for the next chapter of this twisted tale to unfold. With each passing moment, the unease grows, and I know that we're on the brink of something even darker. So, as I close my eyes and try to shut out the world, I can't help but wonder, what other horrors await us in the depths of the night?